Hey Virgo, welcome back to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through today's reading. This is our daily reading for July 27th. I want to take a moment to thank all of you who have been engaging with these videos, with liking and commenting on the videos, subscribing to the channel. You guys are what's keeping this channel going, and I can't do it without you, so thank you so much. At the heart of your reading, we have the Death card. So we are talking about a major ending, something that caused you to take your life in a new direction, with the Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck. What's the challenge here for Virgo? I know nobody loves major endings. Wow, okay. Nine of Wands in reverse paired with the Devil. This is quitting a toxic behavior, going cold turkey with an addiction, some sort of self-limiting action. It's like there's a serious ending looming, and either you do it of your own accord and throw in the towel and quit, or the universe is going to bring about an even more serious type of ending. Let's see what the focus is. What is Virgo focused on? Nope. Four of Swords in reverse. You may be resistant because whatever thing you need to quit would require you to put your life on hold. It could be like going into rehab, or dealing with a health issue that you know you'd need to like start a course of treatment that would make you feel worse before you feel better. Yeah, I don't want to say anything specific because I'm not trying to scare anybody. You already know what it is that's going on in your life. So this isn't about predicting something new coming up, but this is Spirit's way of attempting to reach you to consider things a different way and introspect and look at yourself and how you are resisting bringing about an ending on your own terms, rather than letting it boil over or come to a head where circumstances are outside of your control. Let's see what led up to this in the recent past. The Ace of Wands. It's exciting. It's whatever this thing is that's difficult for you to let go of or quit, it has a hold on you. Whenever this thing is around you or you think about it, it's all-consuming. It's like the most interesting thing to you. It really feels like addiction energy. And it doesn't have to be substance related. It could be any sort of behavioral addiction as well. And this is not this isn't psychological advice. This isn't I'm not a medical or mental health professional in any way, shape, or form, and that's not what I'm trying to do here. My intention is just to tell the story that I see coming out in the cards, and my belief is that it will have some important reflection available to you that could help you live a better life. So to those of you who aren't sure how to take a tarot reading on YouTube, that's my intention. The Ace of Wands is this sense of uncontrollable attraction that this thing represents. Whatever it is that Spirit is saying, either you end it even though it's hard, or it's gonna end some other way that's probably a lot more difficult for you to cope with. In your crowning position, your higher self perspective is a much needed coming to terms with the reality of the situation. The Nine of Swords in this position means you need to take a look at something that's going to stress you out. It's going to make you feel bad. It's going to make you feel either guilt or shame or anxiety or fear, a tremendous amount of stress. And that's why you haven't wanted to look at it or deal with it. From Spirit's point of view, you can use this time to get on the fast track toward a life of abundance, toward the life that you really, really want for yourself. It is possible, but first you have to go through a difficult recognition. Show me the near future. Judgment in reverse. This is literally reversing a decision. Probably a reevaluation on your part of something that you've decided and implemented in your life that you're going to admit to yourself was bad judgment, and then you're going to revise that decision and decide that this thing doesn't belong in your life, that it should stay. It's an interesting metaphor here, because it should stay buried. The metaphor, the imagery, is meant to represent something that is dead in your life, like a habit that you no longer engage in, or a person that you no longer talk to and never will again in this lifetime. Every one of these tombstones in the graveyard is something that this person has metaphorically buried. So the metaphor extends to, right, this death card. It's like, it's something that should have died. You should have never reawakened it and breathed new life into it and invited it back in. But now it's reignited something within you that's toxic and problematic. You have it within your power to throw in the towel, to quit. And in the near future, you're taking steps in that direction. Changing your mind about something. Let's see what is going to impact the situation that we don't see coming. We have two messages here. They came out separately, so I don't think that it's like a combined energy. What's going to surprise you, someone who has strong feelings of support for you. They love you very, very much, and they truly want to help and support you. I don't know if this is so much like a romantic connection, because the context of the reading feels like you're going through something important in your life. I think this is more supportive love, so it could be possibly from a romantic partner, but it's not like they're trying to get you in the bedroom. This is more like, hey, I'm really here for you, I really care about you, I've got your back. Feeling very loved in that way and supported. Yeah, for that, I think that's what that is. The other surprise is going to come in the form of a relief from the mental chaos that you've been experiencing. This could be like feeling mental clarity. You're like, oh yeah, like I can think straight, I can feel more optimistic because I understand what's going on around me. And I know not all of you are dealing with like substance abuse. That's really the energy, what I'm picking up on at least. Let's see, another way of interpreting this for those of you going through this energy in a different way would be a resolution of an argument that you thought this person is always going to have it out for me, or they're always going to have animosity for me, or they're never going to forgive me. This could be someone forgiving you. This could be someone saying, you know what, no bad blood, it's all good. Let's put the past in the past. Show me hopes and fears. What are we hopeful for? What are we afraid of? High Priestess in reverse. You are worried that... I want to put this in the terms of how I'm feeling it, because I'm classifying this feeling the way that I would interpret it, and it's not the way that you're thinking about it. This is almost like, will God ever welcome me back? Is my energy approved by the divine, or am I unworthy of any spiritual guidance? You're almost like self-shunning. You're creating a barrier between you and the divine because you feel unworthy or unloved. You may feel a lot of resentment because of your experiences or circumstances, like God has it out for you, or must not love you, must not care about you because of the evidence that you see in your life. You're afraid that you want to feel some spiritual connection that feels positive, that feels hopeful, that feels like a guiding force in your life that helps you through the difficult times, but you're worried that you never will. And that feels like it's a bit, not a bit, I mean, I know this is already a rough reading. If this is your reading, I know you're going through it. Trust me when I say that any separation that exists between you and Spirit is self-imposed. Spirit is not ostracizing you, does not shun you. You are very welcome. You are very worthy of support and love from your spirit guides. Show me the end result. We have the Hermit. Okay, so whatever sort of rest or healing that you've been like holding away, you've been resisting, this is you doing it a different way. You're not only pulling away from the things that are so like shiny and sparkly and interesting, but leading to toxic behaviors. You're also reorienting yourself spiritually. This hermit, the lantern that the hermit is holding represents their spiritual point of view, their guiding principles for themselves personally. How do they see this mortal existence? Could be like your life purpose. So the hermit climbs the metaphorical mountaintop in order to get away from the stresses and demands of daily life. So to clear their head and get some space and distance from things so that they can gain perspective and see the bigger picture. But it's also for healing and mental well-being. It's seclusion with an impetus on personal growth. And that's exactly where you're headed. You pair that with Empress energy, or the underscoring energy at the bottom of the deck, and that's like so that you can be yourself again, so that you can be this like vibrant, alive, creative, happy, engaged with life person. Let's see what advice we have for Virgo. For Virgos who want to engage with this energy for their highest good, the advice is the Hanged Man. So similarly to the Hermit, who is willing to take a very purposeful look and study something, they're looking at the big picture. The Hanged Man is forced into taking a good hard look at details. This is the microscope, this is the telescope, if that metaphor makes sense, or that comparison makes sense. So the advice is, don't avoid looking at the thing that you need to look at. There's all the information that you need in order to make it through this in a healthy way with a positive outcome, but being willing to put yourself in this position to look at it rather than being sometimes, okay, what I'm getting on this is sometimes with the Hanged Man imagery, they're tied up here. And it comes from, I think, like medieval times, that it was some sort of punishment. Like, I don't know all the details, but energetically, like my study of the tarot has told me that being tied up here was something that used to take place in those days, and it was an example of, well, we're gonna force you to look in this direction. So you either put yourself in the position to see what you need to see, or circumstances are going to do it for you. I think you'd rather do it on your own terms. So, Virgo, I'm sorry for the hard reading. I know this wasn't for everyone, and if this wasn't your reading and you stuck it out the whole way, I really appreciate you supporting the channel. Maybe you just like hanging out with me, and if that's the case, I appreciate your presence as well. I know sometimes these difficult readings come out because there's just a select few people who really need to hear the messages, and you know, it can't be for the entire collective every single time. I bring through the messages that Spirit wants to convey, and that's my commitment to serving you guys and doing my job spiritually. So I hope this helped. Have a great day, and I'll see you back tomorrow. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful and you'd like a personal reading, click this link in the description box below and consider becoming a channel member for access to exclusive, members-only readings and live streams.